brings back such amazing memories. This is Battlefield 1943, ladies and gentlemen. This game came out to Xbox Live Arcade on July 8 of 2009, about a year before Battlefield Bad Company 2. Battlefield 1943 casts players as either the United States Marine Corps or the Imperial Japanese Navy, with up to 24 players on 3 maps. And this is Wake Island, probably the most popular of the 3 maps. They have recreated this map in Battlefield 3, but it was not nearly as pretty as this map. The game uses the Frostbite engine for its environmental damage and thus pretty much lets you destroy anything you want. This game has only 3 classes, as you can see here: Rifleman, Infantryman and Scout, and each one only has access to 1 main gun. I mostly like to play as Rifleman, as the rifle is very accurate and powerful. You can also equip it with a grenade launcher, which comes in handy in tricky situations. As any other Battlefield game, this game features vehicles from planes to jeeps to tanks. You got it all. And each team's main base is an aircraft carrier, which also acts as a repair base. If you fly over the base, your plane gets repaired. Same if you land on it. On each map there is also an airfield where you can find a third plane that can be used to a team's advantage. Most people had a hard time learning how to fly the planes at the beginning, and so they added the game type called Air Superiority, where you can play in a map with only planes and nothing but planes. Each airplane has 4 machine guns and can also drop bombs, so you can imagine that the planes in this game are super popular, like in any other Battlefield game. At the time of the Xbox Live Arcade version's release, the player volume was much higher than expected and server capacity was exceeded. To remedy the issue, EA and DICE added more servers. In addition to having the best sales ever on the first day it was released, Battlefield 1943 went on to become the fastest selling download-only game after the first week. When I booted up my Xbox 360 last night, for the first time in many months, I didn't really expect Battlefield 1943 to still be alive. But to my surprise, the game is very much alive. Maybe it doesn't have the player amount it once had, but it has a lot of times full servers and there are no bots replacing missing players like, for example, in Counter-Strike. It took a bit of time for me to get back into the groove with this game, as the controls are a bit different than in newer Battlefield games. What I realized right away is that I wasn't able to swap to a pistol when I ran out of ammo. The only class that actually has a pistol is the Scout, which is the sniper. And the knife is attached to your gun. You can use it to cut fences, but you can also kill someone, of course, but it's not going to be as fast and easy as with a regular knife. So imagine this game has only 3 maps, 3 types of vehicles, and each class has only access to 1 gun, besides the sniper who also has a pistol. But this game was so popular that people still play it today, 6 years later, or it is still popular. So what is it with gamers today who dish on a game that released with 10 maps and 32 guns and additional maps and guns in upcoming DLCs? Are gamers today really that spoiled? Well, that's the question that I'm asking myself a lot. It is amazing how much fun you can have in such a simple game, and when you play this game, you just realize that you really don't need more than 1 gun to have fun. And every match in this game is so different from the other that it keeps the game interesting. And yes, even in this game, you experience the typical only in Battlefield moments. And I think what also really added to the success of this game is just the beautiful design, the realistic design of those historical locations. And you know, the graphics were just amazing when you think about it. This was 6 years ago. I mean, the graphics here are not any much worse than what I see today in games. weapons. I mean, they're sharp graphics, and I'm actually playing this on a huge screen with via a projector. I'm not even playing this on a PC, and the graphics were just blowing me away after seeing this game again after such a long time. I think last time I played was maybe like a year ago. And I mean, every time I get back to this game, I'm just having the same amount of fun, and I just enjoy it. I mean, look at this water here. The water is the most beautifulest water I've seen in any game. I mean, that includes Far Cry and any Battlefield game, any game that I've played so far. It's just, some of the graphics here are just so amazing. And when you think about it, you know, when you compare this, like for example, to Wake Island of Battlefield 3, this map is so much nicer, so much more fun to play on. I mean, you really feel like, even though it's a war scenario, that you're kind of like on vacation here. You just want to take a dive and go swimming. And you know, then they added this fun music to it that everyone started to love. And it's just the simplicity of this game that made it so much fun. So why do we need so much variety? Why do we need so many guns, so many weapons, so many options in the game to have fun? What was wrong with this picture? So have you played Battlefield 1943, or is this the first time you're actually seeing this game? If you do, you're probably now curious to maybe get your hands on it, or maybe you look at this game and you're like, nah, that looks like boring, or you know, I don't like old-fashioned games, you know. But when you look at the comments on the Battlefield like Facebook page or any Battlefield forums, you see that a lot of people actually request the World War II theme again. So people do like this scenario of the World War II, you know, where we had the special music and where things were a lot simpler, guns were a lot simpler, vehicles were a lot simpler, and you know, it probably you need a lot more skills. Like in this game, like the guns are not that easy to handle actually. You know, the rifle, maybe if you're someone who has been handling, you know, battle rifles a lot in Battlefield, you may be feeling very comfortable with the rifle in here, but for everyone else, like the SMGs have a huge recoil. They're not at all easy to handle, and they're not very powerful. The snipers are really good, but you have to be a good sniper. So in general, this game feels very nitty-gritty and hardcore. So I hope you enjoyed this little throwback, and I hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.